once again, and my name remains Israel. Good morning. How are you doing? It is a weekend for you. It's a weekend for me. It's also a weekend for everyone. Alhaji, how are you?
Yeah, fine.
With me in the studio is our regular analyst, Alhaji Abdul Mustafa. How are you doing, sir?
I'm good. Good morning. Good morning, viewers.
With the yesterday trending, especially in naira and all of that, so what are your views? They just start from there.
Well, it's as the naira decided to gain that yesterday, it's kind of rekindled the hope in that the economy is rebounding back. So better compared to last week, that almost everybody was under tension to say that naira might eventually hit. You understand? Yeah. So
there is so much prediction that to get to
so
1,000.
So people were like to even get to 1.5.
No, because it was 910. Yeah. So it was going to 1,000. Yeah. So we have a whole lot of issues.
Yeah, we give credit to CBN and the EFCC and the DSS that they decided to go after the BDCP operators who said, okay, no, look, these are people that they are like racketeers. What they do is the more they increase the dollar rate, that is how they make their own money. So, and they are killing the economy. And so thank God that the EFCC go after them. They should do more so that they should reduce that effect of, at least since the official rate is less than 500 naira, why not at least if they decide to hike it, the hiking shouldn't exceed 500 naira.
Alright, so if you're joining us for the first time, do not forget we are at Forex TV. We're always there for you. Do not forget to follow us on our social media handle. If you want to contribute, please do not forget also to call on us on the number displayed on the screen. Please, only WhatsApp call only. And if you also you can also join us on social media handle by clicking on our YouTube page. Just click on that notification button, then also click join our social media conversation. If you want to comment, we should want to recognize. If you want to comment, can you comment? Drop the comment on the comment section. We'll be glad to read them out to the viewers and also contribute together. Let's just join us on this analysis today, because I think we need you and you need this for your own good. But for today, Alhaji Mustafa will help us to analyze some of these headline stories, and let's begin with Punch newspaper this morning. In Punch newspaper, Forex crisis, traders loses as naira rebounds to 720 per dollar. Currency jumped from 910 to 720 in 6 days. How EFCC clamped down market settlement reverses naira slide. BDC operators resist naira rebound, hold back rebounding. What actually is going on?
There's no, it's just part of the macroeconomic goal of the government. That look, what is the macroeconomic goal of the government is about stabilization of the economy and the growth. But as long as you keep on seeing that money control is outside, has become problematic to the government, to the monetary authority, which is the CBN, certainly the economy will continue to suffer. And that is what the government is trying to regulate at this moment. Although they find it doing it a bit late, but better late than never, because a situation whereby the BDC and the Bureau of Exchange people that decide to go on this illegal, although we have those ones that are licensed to say, okay, you operate as a BDC. Government can easily regulate the activity of those ones. But what about those ones that often regarded to as tout? These are the people that decide to hike the prices of the naira exchange to the dollar, which is a serious problem on the government. Now, the EFCC decided to say, look, we must do it the other way around, whereby, because these are economic saboteurs, the economic saboteurs selling naira against the dollar at whatever price they decide to like it, of which EFCC decided throughout last week and some part of this week, they went after them both in Abuja, Kano, and some other places like that, and Lagos too. They should extend it. You understand? Because what we are saying now is that at the moment, since the heat is on them, they will go underground. After some time again, they will surface again and decide to do what they know best, whereby they decide to sabotage the effort of the government. Ordinarily, if government is said, okay, the dollar official rate based on the devaluation, if the government decide to say, okay, it's 450 naira
now,
to a dollar.
Bank official rate is about 400 and...
it's still less than 500.
Yes, 400 and...
but another...
today, I will not check today, so...
Another aspect of to it again is that these BDC people, they are getting it. How are they getting this dollar? That is the problem. Because if you go to your bank to say, okay, even if you have the dollar account, you discover that there is a certain amount of money, dollar, that your bank can give you. But the BDC people, they channel into them, and it seems as if the bank itself, they are not aiding the economy to grow. Because how did the BDC get the dollar? That is one question that we must ask ourselves. It's not only the dollar that people now bring and sell to them that they are trading with. They are trading with dollar that is coming from the CBN. That is the problem.
We still have on the Punch newspaper, 11 died as Kogi protesters barricade road with Tanki Hela. That story yesterday.
Yes.
That story was yesterday.
Yeah.
And Lagos Port Harcourt likely to witness weather catastrophe. Then women plug into lagoon after argument with fiancé. That was also the story. Lagosians burned wife to death. And so much crisis.
So much crisis. I think.
Imagine that young lady.
Yeah, that's jumped into the lagoon.
Exactly.
Very beautiful girl.
She's already engaged.
Already engaged. I don't really know what. Dr. Oswald, yeah, I see it more or less like a problem of family value diminishing, because if you are coming from a home and a home with that moral value, that human feeling, emotional feeling, before you undertake such heinous acts to say, okay, you want to take your life, you think about your loved ones too. Because to me, it's far beyond I myself alone. I have loved ones, I have friends, I have people that my benefactor. How are they going to feel? These are part of things that we put into consideration. A young woman to say that she received a call from her fiancé, and no matter the argument they had, at least no matter the argument, there's no marriage itself is not bed of roses. Even no matter the number of years that couples stay together, there is bound to be an argument, let alone in this case that they are still in the process of marriage. Say she plunged herself in the lagoon, and based on the report we are hearing that she's an DSS official. So it's really sad. It's not something that somebody would think about. I believe that there are a lot of things that people are dealing with. The only thing that we keep on telling people is that, look, don't assume that is the particular situation that you find yourself is only you. No, it's not only you. If you hear other people's story, yours will be much more lesser compared to whatever experience that you are passing through. This is a kind of message that we continue to pass on to people. Understand?
Next to discuss will be on the Nation newspaper. In Nation newspaper, we have how Tinubu will actualize plans on economy, security.
I think he made that, try to put that forward when he visited the emir of Lafia yesterday and engaged, had a town hall meeting with stakeholders in Lafia.
Yes.
Well, if better that is now speaking to the public to say, okay, look, this is how I intend to do it. It shouldn't be something of saying I'm going to build the economy, but you should be able to give the modules how to say, okay, this is how I will pursue my economic goal. I think he has said it several times. He said, look, he's going to ensure that the economic growth grow at double-digit GDP. He says so, and he said some other things too. But let's just wait and see whether that will be convincing enough for Nigerians to say, okay, we are giving you our mandate.
Right. He also said yesterday that he will complete the Ajaokuta rolling mill. So.
Well, Ajaokuta steel complex has become one big problem right from Obasanjo period. You know, the plant was suspended in 1985 during the military regime of Buhari. So, and since then, they tried to revamp it back. It still remains problematic. But the fact is that, as far as Nigeria want to pursue the goal of industrialization, we must get Ajaokuta back on the stream. It's something that if any administration that decide to see it as a focal point to say, look, I must achieve this, I believe that they will achieve it. And apart from Tinubu now, I don't think any particular presidential candidate has mentioned about Ajaokuta. He is the only person that has mentioned about it. Whether Nigerians will give him that opportunity to say, okay, come and lead us, is left for Nigerians. And let's see how it goes by February 25th.
Then the IGP said yesterday that US, UK terror alert, that those arrested will be prosecuted.
It's better, because that one of the problems that we have been having with the issue of terrorism here is that in the US or in the other part, even in Chad here, Chad very close to us here, you could hear that they are like a kind of a tributary of Boko Haram that exists in Chad, of which whenever they made an arrest of Boko Haram terrorists in their land, they make sure that they didn't delay with the prosecution. You understand? When you decide to prosecute, you discover that you are setting an example that will deter some other persons too from committing same crime. So if IGP is coming out to say, look, the people that are arrested, what we are expecting is by now they should have conducted all their investigation and proceed to the court so that they prosecute them. The prosecution shouldn't delay. It should be something that it will have a time lag to say, okay, within this shortest period of time, the judgment is being conducted, and if they are being handed the maximum sentence, they should do it publicly so that Nigerians will see it. It's not something that they will start dragging feet. At the end of the day, it will become a normal Nigerian story to say, okay, so person are arrested. Take for instance the issue of the Nyanya bomb blast suspect, one young man, Amino Buche, that was arrested. Up to now, nobody heard anything about it again. This is one of the problem with us here. Whoever is arrested for any form of crime, that person should be prosecuted. That prosecution send a good signal on other would-be terrorists to say, look, I must avoid this because you know quite okay, this is the consequences of it if you are being caught.
We have a big story on Guardian newspaper. You have a story on Guardian newspaper. In Guardian newspaper, we have 65,699 PVC pounds for that was office.
Yeah. Well, I think the one we saw in Abuja, say the hoodlums that came, they burned down INEC.
Yes.
You know, despite all the effort that INEC is making, you now see some Nigerians are outside there. When they commit this thing, we now refer to them as hoodlums. We now refer to them as political talks. We refer to them as miscreants. But the havoc that they will cause, it will take us back to many other months now to recover it. I doubt if the people that their PVCs were burnt, whether INEC can replace it before the February election. I don't think so.
Possible, yeah.
It's possible because there are some persons that even 65,000. So which is huge a lot. It's not like we are talking about to say okay only 100. We are talking about 65. So it's our security agencies that need to wake up to make sure that they provide adequate security to wherever INEC offices are located. It doesn't matter wherever INEC offices is located. They should make sure that they provide adequate security. If there is need, they should be manned by military officials, not just normal police this time around. Because we have seen cases of INEC, the offices coming under attack and materials are being burned. Instead of taking us back, why not do what is needful to say, okay, provide adequate security to protect those sensitive materials in INEC offices across all the 774 local governments in Nigeria.
All right, so let's just look at this day newspaper. In this day newspaper, we have a big story yesterday. If you recall that President visited the
king of
King Charles, and one of the interviews respond from the president on that interview said that not going back on naira redesign. The structure must be it stands.
Yeah, I think
that's one of the legacy. And also, you said something that one of the legacy you want to keep transparent election.
Transparent election, and I believe that probably the CBN adequately briefed the Mr. President and Mr. President. You know, initially it was like an argument between the Minister of Finance and the CBN, and days after, President Buhari came out to say, look, the CBN governor has my mandate to go ahead with the redesigning. It's more like giving credibility to the naira and to like regulate certain money in circulation. That
let me just take it from here, because he made another comment. He said nobody will be allowed to mobilize resource and talk to intimidate people. So like cash trapped, so some politicians will not have so much access
to the cash. That is exactly what they are doing. Money control is part of what the
so if there's money control, then human will not speak.
Yes,
individual will not speak.
And air their view. And he go ahead to even say more than that. He said vote buying. He talk about it too. So this is part of it. That look. So we, this. Take for instance that this issue of this vote buying. We have been talking about it for a very long time. And in the other elections in is it Ekiti and Osho, we saw how EFCC official went after them. But I keep saying it that Dr. Israel, no matter the effort by the government, no matter what the law enforcement agencies are doing, no matter the effort by the authorities, if the politicians decide to play it dirty, there is little that the government can do. You understand? So you cannot see now that the government is trying to regulate money, to regulate this money, but the manner that other Nigerians are seeing it is completely different from the way they go. So President Muhammad Buhari, if he decides to say, okay, I'm going to conduct a free and fair election, credible, free and fair election, acceptable to all Nigerians, that is fine. We should give him kudos for that making that promise, although he has not actualized it. But we are now already now seeing that he is not meddling into the political process. Let's give him kudos for that.
In case you want to call us, please do not forget to call on WhatsApp. Also call, if you want to call a normal mobile call, it is okay. You are free to call, but do not forget to call +234 809999 8117. I repeat, +234 809999 8117. The number displayed on the screen. We can join the conversation. Let's hear your view. Drop your comment on the comment section. Let me know what you think about what is going on in the country. This both, like I said earlier, it's for your own good and it's for our own good. Yeah. And it's just a weekend newspaper review, and we also have more on our Forex, and we're actually dealing on the Mr. President visit to the king. He said that the king is so much interested about Nigeria, and he speaks so highly about Nigeria, how Nigerians should, that the UK should also keep the ties, like the relationship between Nigeria and the UK. So one thing that interests me so much, and he said that the king asked me, where's your house? Why do you live in London? Where's your house in London? And he said, no, I don't even have any house anywhere apart from my hometown in Daura. I'm not interested. I like that word. He said, I'm not interested owning any property outside my hometown.
Yeah. And apart from
only few leaders.
Only very few leaders. No matter what. We give credit to President Buhari. To some extent, he has been able to, that integrity that people refer to him, that he's a man of integrity. He has to some extent lived to that expectation to say, okay, he's a man of integrity. And all around the world, especially the world leaders that knows him, they try to study him very well, and they are giving him the respect for that. Apart from issue of say the direction that the government decided to go, and the enormous problem that he inherited, and the problem was still on ground. Apart from that, he is a cool leader, whereby is somebody that is noted for integrity, and that integrity stand.
All right, so we also have a story by the IGP. That was IGP was addressing people yesterday, and he said that most Chibok girls returned, and even when they returned, they would tell you we are back, but we want to see our parents. They were going back. He read the story yesterday. So
I read the story.
IGP said that, and he was trying to. He said that most of them return on their own without security, and he said, "Look, we came to see our parents, but we're still going back." So where are they going?
See, the Israel, these girls passed through an agonizing moment. 7 years is enough for somebody to build that emotional feelings. You understand? So if you decide to keep a man and woman in a particular place for only one month, no matter, even if they are enemies, eventually that enmity will now fade away, and that some kind of feeling will just set in. It's really sad that those girls that are supposed to be meaningful to the society, they are now within the fold of these terrorists, and eventually now, we don't need to call it love, they are being coerced, they are being forced to marry these terrorists, and now they have not developed a kind of feeling for them. Almost all of them, they have babies now, they have children now, so that is the situation. Well, government should be like, and the law enforcement agencies, they should do more than that. Anyone that comes out, they should be able to reform, because they must pass through the process of reform again, because the kind of life they have been living for the past 7 years is different from the normal life that they were used to before they are being abducted from the school. So it's now on the task is on the government now to now use them to pass through that normal therapist, whereby they will be reformed to become useful to the society here, instead of allowing them to say, okay, they are going back to their so-called terrorist husband or lovers. They need that reform. They need that support to reform them. To reform them. It's not something that the IGP will now go into it and tell Nigerians that, look, these girls are not willing to live with us. Every time they return back, they go back. No, we shouldn't take it like that way.
All right, we also have in this day newspaper, Shettima Obi has nothing to offer except dubious statistics.
You know, it was last week I was discussing with somebody, and when Shettima now made some comments, he said he called Atiku name, he called Obi name. You understand? The manner that, to me, I'm sorry to say that the manner that he talks, to me, it should be talk less, because no matter their differences in terms of politics, they are all out to serve Nigeria. They are all out for the purpose of rescuing Nigeria. That is the way I see it. So the more they try to create that differences among them, you now discover that their followers will now cash on that and escalate the differences, which will not augur well for our unity. Well, Kashim Shettima is free to say his own, because some of the Peter Obi's followers have been calling him all manner of names to say that he's a terror supporter or something like that. But if it's coming from the supporters, it's not coming from Peter Obi. You understand? I hope you understand what I'm talking about. It's not Peter Obi that is referring to him that as a terror supporter. I've never heard Peter Obi talking about any particular candidate to say this candidate is like this, like that. No. He's talking about himself or what he can do. But oftentimes, if you observe very well, Kashim Shettima, who is a running mate to Tinubu, whenever it's as if he has problem with any presidential candidate.
But it's politics.
No matter the politics. No,
it's politics.
No matter the politics.
And also, it's a strategy.
No matter the strategy. Do you know that Nigeria is a very sensitive country? Sensitive in the sense that, look, if you as a leader, that you have followers, if you didn't conduct yourself very well, you are like setting the path for your followers to toe a wrong path. And that is why we are calling to say, look, it should have limit of what the level of politician should have limit. That's what they're saying. And if you observe very well, Peter Obi has never come out to say, okay, I'm criticizing Shettima, you are this, you are that. He has never even said anything regarding the presidential candidate himself. All he keep on saying is, look, I will do this, I will rescue Nigeria, I will do this, I will do that. You understand? So this is what we expect from all other presidential candidates to say, look, they must put Nigerian interest in their as they go about their campaign. Because if you don't put the Nigerian interest when you conduct your campaign, it means that you go out of your band and say what you are not supposed to say, so that you may inflame a kind of a sensitive setting that we find ourselves now. Nigeria, whether we like it or not, we are polarized. It's better we tell ourselves the truth, that all we need is just unity, because without that unity we cannot have a free and fair election.
All right, so next we discuss a bit on the Nation newspaper. The Nation newspaper, we have police beef up security on Lagos-Ibadan Expressway as government kidnapped 2 pastors in Plateau. The issue of insecurity.
Yeah, the issue of insecurity is still lingering. It's unfortunate.
We also have P2B assure Nigerians of better nations if elected presidents. That we'll find out on 27 in the newspaper. Buhari take top over vote buying. We'll discuss that already. Yeah. And we have so many other stories. You can't use Omoteko, Ebubago for campaign. IGB tells governance and all that.
Yeah, it's better that he's reminding them now.
Let's just focus on that.
Yeah,
yes.
It's better that he's reminding them. He has been saying that look, all other vigilante or whatever thing you have, you can't use them for election. That and
but they will tell they're on duty.
No, the fact is that the issue regarding
they want to secure life. No
issue regarding to security.
When you say campaign,
yeah,
campaign. When you mention campaign, like they have a venue, they will deploy people around the area, almost around the area. Please make sure that there is law and order. You protect, help the police to secure the area.
No, that is why the IGP, the election itself doesn't start from only that voting day. We are already in the election period. All the electioneering campaign, we are within it. Because the situation whereby you are allowed whatever security architecture within the state or whatever to say, okay, they should come and assist us, you will discover that these people, most times they are being used by the politicians to perpetuate how do I even put it, against their opponent, of which it doesn't all go well. So election itself is about the police. It's only the police that has been mandated. Even the army that is coming out and other paramilitary, they are like being supportive to the duty of the police, not that they play the leading role. Whenever there is an election, it's only the police that has been mandated by the law to make sure that they provide the security. So that is what the IGP is coming out to tell other people that are trying to use vigilante or and whatever security architecture within the state. That is why we decide to have community policing. The community police official, they are there. If you want to use any form of other alternative security, the police should be able to give you that authority to say they can use them. We have the police, we have the civil defense. These are enough to conduct any election. Even the campaign period too, they are enough.
All right, thank you so much. Here ends our morning brief today. I want to say thank you for all of you that have joined us throughout this week. And in coming weeks, we'll inform you by next week. We'll establish our giveaway. We'll give away again. We'll start, especially those of you that followed us almost every day online, on YouTube, on Facebook. There will be a reward for some of you. Reach out to you, please, but we want you to comment. Please drop your comment on the comment section so we can take note of that. Please drop your comment on the comment section anytime we drop any post, any content. We want to wish you the best weekend ever this week and wish you good luck. Please keep safe and also be conscious of your security anywhere you are. Don't forget that this is the electoral period. Do not bull, do not kill, do not fight, do not push, because at the end of the day, we are in one Nigeria and one country. Thank you so much for joining us today, and I also thank you, Alhaji Mustafa, for joining us throughout this week. I think he's interested. You have helped us throughout the weekend, so we want to thank you. All our viewers want to say big thank you to you once again. Do not forget to follow us more on our social media handle, Aspheric News on Instagram, Aspheric News on Twitter, official Aspheric News on our Facebook page. Do not forget to send us message on WhatsApp messages or contact us through our number displayed on the screen, +234 08099998117, and I repeat, +234 8099998117. Our YouTube page, please, our YouTube page is very important, so do not forget to subscribe and also follow us. Also share our content, please, if it interests you. Thank you so much, and bye for now until we come back again.